Give me the show so I could take it away. Welcome to Monday Night Raw Books. Yes, we are here. We are full effect tonight. We were over at 22's channel watching Keep Calm and Collect. They're actually having a really good conversation right now about DC and black characters, and how sometimes the characters sometimes aren't pushed forward. But hey, it's an interesting conversation they're having over there. Monday nights. Why does it feel like we are still in the weekend? Because we want Monday to be part of the weekend, honestly. I mean, I would love it. Oh man. I'm more of a Raw wrestling attitude era guy, but I just saw this guy Obafemi, and oh boy, is he a big boy, and he just tossed around Rusev like a rag doll. I mean, they had a relatively good matchup, but oh boy, is Obafemi a big guy. You had more cups? Oh man. Because that was amount of, it took me a while to figure out what that was. That's your mile of coffee cups, mile high coffee cups right there. That's interesting. That is interesting indeed. All right. What do we want to do right now? You know what? Let's do this right now. All right, so go ahead and throw in not enough room to show them all. Wow. How many cups would you say you get a day? And are those cups filled with matcha? I'm sure it's mocha. But yeah, go ahead and throw in that hashtag 1K, because we're going to talk about the 1K giveaway, which we're going to do in April. I've decided that we will do it in April. What day in April? I don't know. Stay tuned. We haven't even revealed the book yet. But, ooh, baby, it's coming. Ooh, baby, I like it. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh. Funny part is the book is not raw. It is actually slapped. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. No room. You'll get two. Oh, you'll make two in the room, and then get one at Timmy's. So you're drinking like 3 cups a day. That is a lot. Ooh. All right, look at CM Punk, the champion. He's so happy. He's so proud of himself. He's not mad anymore. He's not angry. He's just sucking it in. Yep, 2 mocha protein coffees and a latte. Nice. All right, where are we at? All right, a couple more seconds. Let people get in to do the hashtag 1K for that free duck. And then we're going to go ahead and spin it. Spin it. Spin it. All right, let's see where we're at. All right, that's it. That's 5. I'm going to wait till my clock says 5:10. 5 minutes and 10 seconds in. We'll do 5 minutes and 15 seconds in, just because there's latency, if you will. Huh, it says I have no entries. That's weird. It should have entries. 0 entries. Let me refresh. Let's see. Hashtag 1K. All right. And that worked. You know what? I was wondering the same thing, but we got it fixed. Now it should say 2. I had to refresh it and then restart it. But now it works. All right, guys. It's just the 2 of you. Dagger versus Joe. Joe versus Dagger. Joe with a dagger to the back. Dagger with a Joe to the back. And Dagger gets the duck. It's a Dagger duck. All right. All right. All right. Woo woo. I win. I win. I win. All right. Dagger with the duck. USA versus Canada. Hey, look, Canada finally won something. I'm just messing with you, Dagger. Ron's in the house. What's up, Ron? How you doing, Ron? All right, Ron's in the house. Hopefully, I cut that clip short enough that it's not a copyright strike. It's give or take 12 seconds, and this is a like 11 and change, but who knows if YouTube will feel cantankerous. What do we got? LOL USA versus Canada. How we doing, Ron? All right. Quick question before we move on. I showed these off. Either it was Monday. Yeah, I think it was last Monday. I showed these off. These are coverless issues of X-Men 100 and 114. I think they're pretty cool without the cover. So I'm thinking about getting a display and then, or putting them in a frame, or maybe I just put them in a Mylar and I hang them to the wall like this. I don't know. What are your guys' opinions on the coverless? Do they actually look cool, or am I just being a fool? Because I think without the covers, it's just an interesting like art piece. I think I paid 50 cents a piece, maybe $1 the max. I didn't know they were $1 a piece. Sorry, they were $1 a piece at a thrift store, but they're coverless. X-Men 100 and X-Men 114. So not a lot in, not a lot out. Hang them up, put them in a place with low sunlight so they don't fade too much. But yeah, that's my thought. Good to hear, Ron. Good to hear you're doing good. They do look cool. Get them framed. There we go. I would keep them if I needed them for my run. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep them. I don't plan on getting rid of them. I think I'm just thinking about putting them up in display, put them in a low light, maybe hallway or somewhere where it's not a lot of sunlight coming in. Actually, I think I have one of those UV comic cases, protected comic cases, so that might be worth looking at. Yeah, but I'm definitely keeping those. All right. I know on Wednesdays I do the new comic book day Y stuff, but I did pick up some books today from my other comic shop. So I might just share those with you tonight. Also, I forgot to check to see what books are on FOC this week. Final order cutoff. So why don't you guys take a little trip with me? And let's see what books are on FOC this week. Absolute Superman number 18. I've actually got a pull on Absolute Universe. But we're getting the first appearance of Absolute Shazam. Shazam! Aaron got a huge haul, about a grocery cart full, when he went with Otaku and Big B. Damn. That is a huge haul. You know what's funny is Aaron keeps talking about he's got to clean up the comics he has, and oh boy, does he just keeps getting more and more comics. So it's like, yikes. But also awesome. That's how you know, like, a true collector, like somebody who says, like, I gotta pare down the collection, and then they collect more than they actually pare down. That's me to a T. Like, I'm like, I gotta start getting rid of some books, and I don't want to sell them per se, but I'm moving in 2 months. I moved very far, but still, like, I carry all those long boxes. If I can get a couple of long boxes, that and I can use that money. And I sell the books for $1 or $2 a piece. If I can use that money just to get settled into the new place, maybe get some new furniture and stuff. That's cool. Comics, yeah, 50-cent comics are insane. I used to have, I still technically have the 50-cent warehouse by me, but they basically sold the whole warehouse to a whatnot seller for a couple of grand, like 50-cent books. Like, they just cleared out the warehouse for, I think it was over $5,000 or something. So now we're waiting to refill the 50-cent warehouse. I talked to the owner today, and he said he had a couple of collections that were coming in. So, once they go through it, pick out any, excuse me, I should not be yawning, but if they pick out any big money books, out of the collection, and then put the rest in the 50-cent warehouse, it'll be refilled. That'll be cool. I bought a box full from him to help him get rid of some. Most went to my grants. That's a good cause, though. That's awesome. So that's awesome. You helped him out, and you and your grandson got some cool books. So that's good. Right. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, I'm gonna give up collecting, and then that's not really a thing that's gonna happen anytime soon. Even slowing down is hard. So what do we got here, though? We got a first appearance of the Absolute Shazam right now, so that's cool. The interesting thing about the Absolute universe, guys, is that when it first came out, they signed like 2-year contracts. A lot of the from what I understand, a lot of the artists and writers signed 2-year contracts. So these books were never intended to go past 2 years. As we get closer, though, you don't hear anything about them slowing down. And I think the popularity of the books is going to keep them going for a little bit longer. With that being said, Marvel did the Ultimate Universe, and they basically just said 2 years and we're done. So the Spider-Man book basically came to an end with 24. The X-Men book by Peach Momoko, that one came to an end. And I believe Black Panther as well. Wolverine is still going on, right? And there is the other, not the Absolute. The Ultimates book is still going on. So yeah, I think the Ultimate Universe is coming to an end in April. The DC Absolute Universe, who knows how long that'll go on for. I know it was kind of scheduled to be a short-term thing, but unlike the Ultimate Universe with Marvel, where they pretty much said it's done. And they did say there's some announcements to come, so who knows? Maybe they'll reboot it or restart it or something like that. But right now it seems like DC. I think DC's got the right idea. You got a hot thing, keep it going. You know, sometimes these comic book companies do weird things. You know, they'll have a book that's struggling, and they won't kill it, and then they'll have something that's selling like hotcakes, and you know they'll let it end, and that's crazy. Well, the wife is putting her foot down, so I need to get my outdoor office built and move my collection outside. Oh, I feel that. Where I'm moving my fiance, we actually got a spare bedroom, so I'm allowed to use the spare bedroom as my comic den. You know, I just got to make sure everything fits in there. And I don't want it to be messy. That's the thing too. And if you have, you know, gazillion comic boxes, it's kind of hard not to make things look messy. So, got to get rid of some books. Joffrey's in the house. Hey, Joffrey. We already did the hashtag 1K, but we will be putting up a new hashtag very soon. Actually, let me work on the new hashtag now. All right. We'll put the hashtag up soon. Stick with us, guys. If you want to duck in the duck race, we'll run that soon. Yeah, but when the spare bedroom starts to take over the hallway and part of the living room. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm just expanding. We're just expanding the extra bedroom. Yeah, we're just gonna extend it into this hallway. In the hall closet. Hashtag 1K winner. That's right. Dagger was the hashtag 1K winner. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We got Bizarro Year 1. If you're a Bizarro fan, there you go. You got a Bizarro book coming out. Year 1. It's kind of, those are origin books most times. Year 1. Like, you know, early Bizarro stories in that one. What do we got? Ghost Machine, the official guidebook, The Unnamed. Albert Einstein to High Plains Zoo. All right. May feature preview images and information of upcoming Ghost Machine characters. Okay, there you go. The Ghost Machine, the official guidebook. All right, next up we got Silent G.I. Joe one-shot. They've been doing a couple of these. This is a Baroness one. So that's cool. Joel Jones doing that one. What else? Royals #1, new series about two brothers that use a psychic connection to cheat on poker games. Let's see. So, are you excited for the Super Mario Galaxy movie? I mean, I've loved all the Super Mario movies, honestly. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll see it when it comes out. It looks funny. I've seen some of the trailers. You know, the mini Bowser. That you know, it looks like funny. Yes, I like the Bizarro stories. Yeah, Bizarro's actually a fun character. Yeah, I think I'll catch it. I'll read it. If I don't get it right away, on the in the stores, I'll read it on the DC Universe app. But yes, don't forget to Hulk smash that like button, everybody. Yes, please, Hulk smash. Hulk smash like button. Rawr! Hulk smash like button. then the time of having kids happens and your plans for expanding kids. Yes, room becomes tight. I'm past the kids phase. Now grandkids and great grandkids. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. You've experienced all the phases, Ron. And now that you've gone past all the phases, now the wife has squashed your hopes and dreams. And now you have to move everything outside. Hey, the Wolf of Wall books is in the house. Looks cool. Hey, Naman's here too. What's up, Naman? What's up, guys? All right, we're just looking at some FOC books. I didn't put any FOC orders in this week, so we'll see what's going on. We got first appearance here, Uncanny X-Men Annual #1, first appearance of the Regulators. Mutants connected to Wolverine's past. Regulators, mount up. It was a clear black moon. No, it was a clear black day. A clear black night. Whatever. Warren G was. All right. Well, apparently I forgot that rap song. All right. Where are we at? Cover selections. Spider-Man Superman #1 is coming out. A lot of covers for this were actually FOC'd last week. So I'm wondering, I think this is an additional one by Sanford Green that's coming out. Probably didn't make last week's FOC, so it makes this week's FOC. Pretty cool concept here with Spider-Man and the webs going out and all the different characters or parts of the universe separated by those webs. I like that cover. That's a cool cover. Everybody's saying what's up to everybody. That's cool. I love that tune. Regulators. What else we got? There's some staff picks. Absolute Superman #18. And that is also a first appearance if we scroll all the way back up, right? Absolute Superman #18. First appearance of Absolute Shazam and Captain Marvel. Hey. And then for you Bizarro fans, right? We saw that Bizarro year 1. I like the year none, right? This is year none because it's Bizarro. Ghost Machine, this is a decent spec book. Sometimes these books that have random characters in them or previews can become worth something. And also, it's the official, not unofficial. It's the official guidebook. So if you have any questions about the Ghost Machine universe, this should be able to at least help ease and answer some questions. G.I. Joe Silent Missions, Baroness #1. Cobra. See, that's what they did. The silent. Cobra. What do we got here? Silent issue 1. They've been, like I said, they've been doing a couple of these for the different characters. Now Baroness gets one. Royals #1. Hey, #1s, like these indie #1s have been going crazy. So if you still can, maybe you might want to pre-order this one. Get ahead of the game. The Uncanny X-Men Annual #1, first appearance of the Regulators. That might be one to take a look at. There's going to be a lot of these in stores. The Spider-Man Superman. So unless you want a particular cover, I don't think you have to pre-order any of these. This Sanford Green one, though, it actually looks pretty dope. So that might be one to look at. All right. Here we got the Absolute Superman #18, the Rafa Sandoval regular cover. Alias Red Band #2, David Mack back at it, like a crack addict. Amazing Spider-Man #26, the David Nakayama color block, white, virgin. And look, I can hide it. That's a 1 in 50 though, guys. So that's probably going to cost you a pretty penny. Usually anytime it's a Spider-Man book with a ratio and it's like a Gwen Stacy or something like that, you can plan, or Spider-Gwen, you can plan on spending some extra cash on that one. Joelle Jones art. Nice. Yeah, we love Joelle Jones. I was collecting her Catwoman back when she was doing that. But yeah. Cover, Joelle Jones, and story and art. So Declan Shalvey had something to do with the story, but it looks like Joelle Jones also working on that book. Let's see, what did I miss? Looks like Lady F came in here. There we go. Hey, yo, Roscoe sent the Battlefront here. What's up, Roscoe? If you're still here. What's up, guys? I appreciate you stopping by after after hanging out with Roscoe all night. Hope everyone is having a good night. Yeah, having a good night. Every night, all night. No, I think we're all having a good night, Lady F. Even a better night now that you're here. Oh my God, the Spidey soups I'm going to be interested in. Yeah. I mean, this is the... So this is FOC this week, but a lot of the covers were FOC last week. But this is the Sanford Green homage. And I mean, it really is a dope book with the webs kind of separating. You got the Superman, the Supergirl, Mysterio. What else? Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Brainiac's there, the Hobgoblin, and Steel. Hobgoblin and Steel together. You got Silk, right? Lizard and Lex Luthor there. Spider-Gwen on this one. All right, we got Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn or Harry? Looks more like Harry Osborn. But who's that in the back? Who is that? Is that Lois Lane? I don't know. You figure Lois would be on the cover somewhere, right? But the hair is not right. I don't know. You got Venom, you got the Hulk, you got Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Woman. This one right here is the only person I'm unsure of, is who's that next to Venom behind Gwen and Osborn. Who is that? Who is that? Right? If you're a David Mack fan, Alias, Red Band is back. This David Nakayama. Pretty dope. Let's catch up on the chat. Bobby De La Ghetto. He's in the house. What's up, Bobby? Guys, if you have any comic questions, White Virgin Pages. Bobby, he's your man. He knows. Bobby De La Ghetto. He knows. Who's on that book? The Spider-Man Soups book. Who's writing it? Like creators. Let's see. I don't think Cover Price is kind of bad with telling you who does stuff. But let me see. I think I know how to. I believe it's Marvel guys are the heads on this one. Let's see. Let's see. Brad Meltzer, Pepe Larraz will be on this book. Yeah, let me see. Here's some stuff we're looking at. I'm at the Marvel.com website. Here's some interior stuff. Look at Spider-Man saving soups right here. I'm assuming the green glow is Kryptonite. Spider-Man Superman #1 by Brad Meltzer and Pepe Larraz. We also have Spider-Man Noir and Golden Age Superman, a tale told by Dan Slott and Marcos Martin. Jeff Johns delivers his first Marvel story in over 20 years. And he's teaming up with Gary Frank because they do that all the time. And looks like it's a Mysterio story for them. We got a symbiote story from Jason Aaron and Russell Dauterman. That's crazy. And Jane Foster will be in that story. We got Steel by Louis Simonson, Wheezy, and Todd Knock. Hobgoblin and Steel in that one. You got Joe Kelly and Humberto Ramos with a Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang story. All right, that's Lana on the cover. That's Lana. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Superman. Yeah, Superman getting both Spideys. And that's told by Brian Michael Bendis and Sarah Pichelli. And Brian Michael Bendis back at Marvel. Ghost Spider and Supergirl. And that's Stephanie Phillips and Phil Noto on that one. And then you got Jeff Loeb and Jim Chang. And then they have they're telling their own their own spin on a Spider-Man Superman tale. All right, here's the Peach Momoko cover. Now that's pretty dope too. I like that one. I don't know. Tell me how you feel. But I like that cover. I think that's a pretty dope cover. And then here's a list, guys, if you want to read it. Here's a list of all the variant covers. But you got a Gary Frank and Humberto Ramos, a Frank Miller, E.M. Geist, Scotty Young, Giuseppe Camiculi, David Marquez, Sanford Green, Adam Hughes, and Ivan Talavera. And a Peach Momoko. Oh, those are some cool stuff. Let's catch up. In terms of writers, well, we just went through everything, Lady F, but I'm catching up. Did you pick up the Sanford Green Wolverine 17 Doom homage? I did not. I did not pick that up. Was a variant? No, I didn't pick up the variant. I've been kind of holding off on variants recently. Not that I've been varianted out. I just have such an extensive pull list at the moment, and I'm trying to be more budget conscious and more budget friendly, so I'm trying not to go too crazy with the variant covers. I think it's probably MJ next to Venom. That would make sense, but it was a different panel on the Sanford Green, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that was well, it did say the story was Lana Lang, so I'm gonna say it was Lana. Let's see. Going back. This here, according to the preview pages over there, it's saying that was a Lana Lang story. Here's a first look at some of the pages. And here are some of the variant covers. There's a wraparound. Right? I don't know which one I'll end up getting. Oh, look, we got Cyborg Spider-Man over here. But I would probably do... I would do the Peach... This one here is pretty dope. I do like the Sanford Green a lot. This must be the Frank Miller right here. This actually looks like Frank was trying, so that's cool. This is definitely a Humberto Ramos. I know that. This kind of looks like an Alex Ross, but that's E.M. Geist. You know what? E.M. Geist does some nice work too. I like E.M. Geist. All right, well, I backed to a page of the search. All right, let's share this tab. All right, go ahead and throw in hashtag absolute if you want to win a duck for my next duck race. Bobby is the knower of the comic lore. Yeah, Bobby knows a lot. He's like the Homer of the comic universes. Collector P is in the house. What's up, Collector P? Catching up on the chat. 6 minutes behind, by the way. But Collector P was in the house, like Homer in the Iliad and the Odyssey. Yes, not no. Ooh, comics. Larraz interiors will be fire. Yeah, Pepe Larraz he's a beast. I definitely enjoy some Pepe Larraz. Okay, this has content creators that I love. Yes, there's a lot of good names on this book. The original artist and creator from Miles. Yeah. Or Mary Marvel. Have you ever danced with Lana Lane in the Pale? Oh, man. Little Joker reference there. Is this comic coming out this week? No, Joffrey. This comic is coming out, I believe, late. It's either late March or early April. So these books, let's see. Let's see if the Marvel website actually tells us when this is coming out. It says it arrives in April. So there's no actual street date. Sometimes these comics are delayed. I'm going to say this is going to be the first week in April, you know, given what the FOC is now and when it says it's coming out in April. So this may be April 1st. This may be an April 1st book. At the latest, I would say this would be coming out April 8th. When's the drop date for that? Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's gonna be. Let me see. I can do a little bit more research. Go to the. Go to the FOC. And let's see. Final order cutoff. Oh, they already put up. They already put up next week's books. So, yeah, this one's already off the list. All right, so next week's books are up on this site, so I can't. Huh. Well, let's see. Let's try one more site. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Because this site is telling me March 25th, but Marvel doesn't know it's elbow from its ear, though. Because this thing says arrives in April. But, all right, let me show you what I'm looking at. See, this here says arrives in April. But yeah, and then if I go to, this is a good website too, guys. Definitely check this out if you're looking for issue information on issues. You know, I definitely would go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Good website. This one says the release date is March 25th. All right. So if we're going not by Marvel and going by League of Comic Geeks and other retailers, the 25th is actually reasonable. Usually FOC books that are FOC'd come out 2 to 3 weeks later for DC Marvel. So I would say March 25th is definitely a good day to target. And if it's not March 25th because of delays, April 1st. All right. And then this appears to be the DC covers here. So they may be confused on this one as well. Or I got this. Let's see. Because it could be, here we go. All right. So it looks like the DC version, which is Superman Spider-Man, is coming out March 25th. But April 22nd, that is way down the line. This is a very early FOC. We have the Spider-Man Superman. Now, this is according to League of Comic Geeks, so take this all with a grain of salt, right? They're not, the one-stop shop for all this stuff. But right here, it says final order cutoff is March 9th. So there you go, guys. April. We're looking at April 22nd as a release. Ducks in a barrel. Are there any upcoming Jimmy Olsen books or stories? Haven't seen any since 2020. It's a conspiracy, I tell you, against the Gingers. Conspiracy, I tell you. Conspiracy. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Not really too many Jimmy Olsen tales out there at the moment. So I catch up on the chat. I'm only 5 minutes behind now instead of 6. Oh, I see that Jimmy Olsen is supposed to be in the Bizarro book. Now I have to get that. Yes. Why? Yeah. I would think Jimmy Olsen, yes, would be in the Bizarro book. 26th Planet Comic Con, Kansas City. 26th Planet Comic Con. All right. So we're year 26? Damn. Wait, was that Olsen in Spider-Man Superman number 1? I don't know. Let's go take a look. Now, something to remember, guys, is there is Spider-Man Superman number 1, and Marvel will be publishing that, right? And then there is Superman Spider-Man, and DC is publishing that book. That's how these things are working. So if I go back here, and what is this? This is Spider-Man, Marvel DC. We'll hit the back button again, see where it takes me. It took me right out of here's the DC one. And this one is actually coming out March 25th, all right? Here we go. There you go. There you go, Ron. There is your Jimmy Olsen with Carnage. That actually looks pretty fun. That does look like a fun cover right there. March 26th. There we go. You got tickets, Bobby? Yep, I would say you need to get that one. All right, guys, we're going to spin this in like 30 seconds. So if you haven't put in your hashtag absolute yet, go ahead and put in hashtag absolute, because, absolutely, when I roll it, you may be the absolute winner, or you may absolutely lose. I don't know. We don't talk in absolutes here, just absolute universes. Slick cover. Dagger, you're slick. All right, guys, we're going to spin this and see who wins this. Dagger wins again. What a surprise. Dagger with the win. Hashtag absolute. All right, so BLC had 2 ducks. Joe has a duck. JDG and PNG have a duck. Bobby Delgado, you got a duck. And Dagger has 2 ducks. All right, let's get back to this. This is actually a really cool cover. Like, that's a fun cover. Let's see, what else do we have here? You got a Raphael Albuquerque. It's kind of a comic booky Alex Ross thing going on there with the shadows and the light, right? What else? Okay, that's Falcon getting like punched in half or something. Ouch. I feel bad for Falcon in that one. Not Vulture, not Falcon. That's not the Falcon. That's Vulture. Oops. What do we got here? We got the Adam Hughes. Yep, that looks like Adam Hughes, all right. And is this a this is a Gabriel Delgado. Oh, Superman looking kind of vicious there. Dave Johnson variant. Oh, that's the Red Sun Spidey. I got a duck. You did get a duck. Joe has 1 duck. Yo, Comic Addicts in the house. What is up, Alex? How we doing today? What is up, buddy? What else do we got? We got the Art Germ variant. Oh. What else we got? Oh, you need a J. Scott Campbell, right? There's your J. Scott Campbell. Daniel Sempre or Sampier. Hey, if you're a Superboy fan, you got Connor over here, and you got Spider-Punk. This says to be an homage cover, right? Or homage-esque. But that's Rafa Sandoval. That's actually pretty legit. Oh, Power Girl fans and Black Cat fans, you are not forgotten. David Telesky. Telesky? There you go. He did that for you. Hey guys. Peter Porker in the house with some crypto. That's fun. It's just straight up Superman. Oh, it's a wraparound. This one's definitely a wraparound. I don't know if you can see the wraparound. Nope. Yo, Spider-Man is straight up creeping right there. What you doing? That's a Terry Dodson cover. It says Philip Tan. I think that might be these are retailer exclusives. 4-Color Fantasies, Philip Tan, Big Time Collectibles. They have a foil Virgin variant. What is this? Comic Sketch Art, Belen Ortega variant. Hey, if you're a Punisher fan, you just have to track this book down. It's not going to be available in stores, but you can get it online. I am 90% sure. I won't say 99. And my comic shop has the Virgin variant of the Terry Dodson cover. So pretty cool stuff. All right. Flocks of ducks. Oh, full. Just yeah. Not available nowhere. Yeah, I had a all you can eat sushi tonight. But it was good because the place wasn't just sushi. They had other stuff too, but I love sushi, so I would have just ate sushi. But they also had, dumplings and lo mein and chow mein and mei fun and chicken and broccoli and chicken, beef, shrimp satay, scallion pan, like you name it, they had it. Good place, good place. Last time you seen that comic, last time you'll see that comic. The Sanford Green cover though is actually pretty cool. Let's see the final order cutoff stuff. So for those of you who haven't seen it, we were going through the final order cutoff and we got stuck on Spider-Man, Superman, which is fine. Awesome books. So many awesome covers. I think this is where we finished off. Jay Gonzo, 1 in 25, Amazing Spider-Man, number 25. Yeah, I met Jay Gonzo, me and Roscoe at Heroes Con. Cool guy, awesome guy. Just very down to earth. I feel like there's a whole generation of artists who are just really cool, and then there's some who are a little cantankerous and angry. But I guess that's how it works. Japanese barbecue, some flanking ribs, and some chicken breast steaks fire with some rice. Yes, that sounds good, man. What do we got here? Can I do that? Nope, that's totally wrong. How do you? Here we go. Ugh. Why does it look like a Superman sign? I can't get my fingers to do that. My fingers don't work that way. Yeah. This is actually like painful for me to try to do. Ow. Nope. We're going to that. Ow. How do you? Or am I doing it with the wrong? No, I'm doing it with the right fingers, right? These fingers are in. These are up. These are down. Does it look painful? Like when I do this to you guys, does it look like my fingers are having a hard time? Because this to me is painful. Shh, no gang size here. I might get in trouble. Ooh. Yeah, Dagger doing work, guys, for cancer in honor of his father who passed away from esophageal cancer. I'm not laughing at the fact that his dad passed away. It's that word sucks to say, esophageal and cancer, and I flubbed it. So I was laughing at myself being a Dumas, if you will. But yeah, Dagger putting in some work, and again honoring his dad who passed away from esophageal cancer. Nailed it. So yeah, if you guys can, just support him, however, go over to his channel, watch his streams. If he drops a link, if you can afford to, throw some ducats his way. And if you can't afford to, possibly just share it, put it out into the universe, share it on your Instagram link, maybe just share it on your YouTube whenever you're talking or something like that. What would a cup gang sign be? Like I'm holding a mug, like holding a glass. Pinky's up, bro. Pinky's up. Yeah. I don't know. Not everyone can do a good job, Cubby. Yes, sir. There you go. There's the link. So yeah, if you can help Dagger out, boom. All right, what else do we have here? Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 50. Raza. Oh, if you're a Weird Al fan, There's a Dan Mora. Dan Mora's been doing these every once in a while, and we have the Weird Al Yankovic. What else? He did a Jerry Seinfeld, and did he do what was the other one? Was it like Paul McCartney or something? So yeah, there was a couple that he's done. Megalith Zero by Bad Idea. Huh. Here's another Weird Al. I guess they're going all in on the Weird Al stuff. Ibrahim Mustafa on the Bizarro Year None. And yeah, is it Kevin Smith? Yeah. Kevin Smith is doing this book, so that's cool. Yeah, Frank Quietly variant. That is probably the most composed Bizarro I've seen in a while. Just very contemplative. Chris Anka doing a black cat. The black background. That's what's going to make this book, if it catches fire, that's what's going to make this book valuable, is that black background. It's hard to keep those kind of covers 100% mint. My buddy met him in Edmonton. I had to work. Dan Moore is coming to town. He's going to Kansas City. That's cool. So is Santa, Bobby. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, you know what's weird about Dan Mora is not weird. It's not weird at all. But like, so Dan Mora, he has like a I mean, he just has a really heavy accent because he's Costa Rican, Dan Mora. But yeah, so like you see Dan Mora and you see his face, and I mean he could look Costa Rican, but like you're like, oh, it looks like a normal guy, and then he goes to talk and he's got like this heavy accent, and you're just like, whoa, Dan Mora, you're like really from Costa Rica. Like, all right. So, but yeah, Dan Mora going to Planet Comic-Con, Kansas City, March 27th to the 29th. That's about the there's no pricing or anything up here for autographs, photo ops, blah 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 blah. I don't know what it's like in Kansas City. New York Comic-Con, Dan Mora, a lot of his booths actually were free because he was sponsored by other people. But I think maybe if you had to pay for a Dan Mora autograph, it was like $10. Photo ops were like, I don't remember there being a price for photo ops. Like you could just walk up and be like, hey, take a picture with me, and that was fine. Table selfie price, DVD, other pricing. And the other thing is like, yeah, when I saw him at New York Comic-Con, he was so busy that I don't think he had time to sit at a regular table. So he was at so many other people's booths that it was usually just free to get his autograph. Hello, Body Horror #1 Black Bag variant from Boom Studios. All right. It's a black bag variant. That'll probably be pretty popular, honestly, because it's in a bag. So put it in the bag. Hello, Body Horror #1, Rebecca Puebla. Yikes. And that is scary to me. Mad About DC #1, Dan Panosian. Oh, you got the Scotty Young Spider-Man Superman issue #1. Narco #1 came out this week and was really popular. Yeah. So #2, Dork also had a second printing release today. Not just today, last week, and that was pretty popular. So Poison Ivy #43. There's usually pretty dope Poison Ivy covers. This one, but look at the musculature on this, like the shoulders, neck, muscles popping out everywhere. Poison Ivy goes to the gym, does not skip leg day. The Sacrificers #20. It's a pick. Smile for the Camera, number 2. It's an interesting background. Speed Racer. All right. That's like an interior on the cover. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a 1 in 25. Tigress Island, number 1. That's a second print. And then I guess these are some of the books that are trending on the FOC list. I mean, the 1 in 200, Greg Capullo, I see that. That's why it's 250. What else is this? Spider-Man, Superman, Ivan Talavera. This is the 1 in 100. Okay. I mean, it's Spider-Man, Superman, so I get it. I get it, but I don't get it. Rose Besh, Spider-Versity number 1. The 1 in 100, going for 161. Amazing Spider-Man number 26. The Libro Mayhew Amazing Visions Virgin, 1 in 100. It's Libra Mayhew, so all right. Jerome Opeña, 1 in 50, going for 70. Frank Miller, the 1 in 50, going for almost 60. And what is this? The EM Geist, 1 in 25, going for almost 35 on the Marvel Spider-Man, Superman number 1. All right. That was the FOC list. I can make that book catch fire. Yo, gas prices are bugging right now. Shit's going to get like $6. Oof. I mean, we're over here on the East Coast. We're New York. We're looking at like almost $4 a gallon in some places. So, yeah, West Coast is crazy. Honestly, like when I went to Cali, oof. I was like, man, we got to get gas again. I was like, can we eat today? Because gas, damn. It puts the lotion on or put it in the bag. Damn, that's a thick IV. Tell you, she ain't skipped leg day, bro. Yeah, I'm looking at the muscular. Digging them dies. Oh, you guys. All right, let's get that last hashtag as we get ready to get out of here. I'll show some books while we get those hashtags in. Cancer sucks. Thick in all the right places. I was gonna say, like, I don't know what I was gonna say, honestly. Beep, beep. I'm gone. Like, I don't even need to be here anymore. I could put this picture up and just leave the stream and like just let this roll for 24 hours, and I'll probably come back tomorrow and you guys will still be here. Get out of here. Max Crosby is no longer a Raider. Yeah, he's gone. That sucks. Max is gone. All right, let's get back to the task at hand, guys. All right. Oh, I got to bag and board these, but I just picked these books up today. This is my secondary comic shop, Fourth World Comics, out here, Smithtown, New York. Now, it's not really that close to me, so it's a little bit of a trip to get there, but I made my way there today to pick up some books that I had waiting for me. So I think this book may have been a fire book. Get it? Because it's fire, flames, fire. So get a little. All right. So we got the Daniel Warren Johnson. This is the Absolute Batman Annual number 1. The second printing. Yes. Second printing variant. Chiefs. Hey, you see, the Kansas City Chiefs signed the Super Bowl MVP. They signed Kenneth Walker to a contract. So that's big news for the Kansas City Chiefs. The rich getting richer, if you will. So that is good for them. But the Raiders next year, man. I'm sorry, Alex, but I think the Raiders next year are also going to be not great. They're going to be in rebuilding mode. So poison me, please. Yep, we played around. Oh wow, that is a big signing. Yeah. We ain't playing around. Nope, not playing around at all. Not at all. Yes. So we got, and you know, it's this book came bagged and boarded. I think my comic shop thought that like it was going to be like a huge book, but I'm checking last sales and it's saying the last sale was like $7. So thanks for the free bag and board, Fourth World Comics, and thank you for thinking my comic would be worth something. It is a dope cover though. I will take this to a con and I would get Daniel Warren Johnson to sign it. So, and this was I believe this was the first appearance of the Batmobile, right? Was it in this one? No, it wasn't. What was it? What was the key with this issue? There was something in this issue that was a key. It was the origin of the Batmobile. That's what it was. The origin. All right, what else did we pick up? We got some DCKO stuff. So we got the Night Fight, DCKO Night Fight. This is issue number 4, so the last one on this one. Put that in a bag and board. And we'll put that in the to read section. Let's see what else. Oh, we got Boss Battle number 1. I didn't hear amazing things about this, but anyway, we got the Superman, right? Highlander cover by Derek. But if you take a look here, it's a whole bunch of just different characters from different properties, different universes. So there we go. What else do we get? Hashtag time to drink a beer. Doing work. Batman cover is sweet. Yes. I love the flamethrower Batman cover. The absolute. Yeah, it's an absolute dope cover. Then we got Batman number 6. Since we're on Batman. Monster Smash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. Oh. All right, what else? We did grab Moon Knight number 1, Jed MacKay doing another arc of Moon Knight. Feel like there's a new Moon Knight book every year and a half, maybe every 2 years. it's been so long since I went to the shop that I also had Batman #7. This one is supposed to have a new iteration of the Joker. So same Joker character, just changed. I believe they made the Joker more docile. Took a little bit of his manicness out of him. I think there's supposed to be a full color spread somewhere in the center of the book. Ah, yes. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's not fuck it up. Oop. Did I just drop an F-bomb? Whoops. I apologize. It is 11:12 at night. Oh, you want to hear some BS? So I was in New York City the other about a week ago, and I got a red light camera. But get this, it wasn't. The video totally shows I didn't go through a red light. It was a yellow light, but they clocked me for doing 40 in a 35, but it was a school zone, so I was speeding, but it was 10:38 p.m. at night. Why is it a school zone at 10:38 p.m. at night? That is some BS. Why is a child in school? And I digress, but it was a Saturday. So you telling me on Saturday, the school zone, 10:38 p.m. at night, and I'm only going 5 miles over the speed limit? Anyway, that was my ticket. 5 miles over the speed limit in a school zone, 10:38 at night on a Saturday. Let me double check the date just in case. I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. Yep, it was a Saturday. You know what I was told? School zones are in effect year around in that part of the city. Okay. Release the files. Yes, please. It's got a centerfold. That's right. Nice. Careful. Don't bend it. I like that you were spotting me. Careful. Careful. Yeah. I'm not a fan of those kind of centerfolds. Oh, dagger. Yellow light means go faster. Exact. It's a trap. Bobby, the way I think of it, it's a trap, right? You see the yellow light, you're like, oh, I need to get out of the intersection. You're going to speed up. Meanwhile, they got the intersection. For some reason, it's a school zone with a camera set up, a red light camera. And they're like, you know what? We didn't get you going through the red light, but you were speeding in a school zone. Saturday at 10:38 p.m. Night class. Summer school in spring. Right. It could have been yes, it could have been, you know what? 100% I was unsure of what kind of school it was, but if I remember the neighborhood correctly, I grew up in Brooklyn, but not that part of Brooklyn. That's an elementary school, not a high school or junior high. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. The system is rigged. Right? It's the where they position it, so even if there's no school going on, it will still register as such. Hashtag cash grab. Nope, the school zones here are only in effect when the flashing lights come on. Yeah, I mean, where I live too. But then in certain parts of the city, they're just 24/7, I guess. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you guys. Or at least have clear school for the blind. At least have clear signage that says, hey, school zone. because in the picture there is no sign anywhere. Have the flashing lights. Have them on 24/7. Flash, 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 flash. Right? But come on, guys. Come on. Captain America, number 6. Yeah, that's it. There's a new. I already have an issue of this too. I don't know. Maybe I spec'd on it or something. I think there's like a first appearance in here, or cameo. Captain America number 6. Last week was the end of DCKO. I did not read it yet, but we did pick up DCKO number 5. So we'll read that. So we'll put that away. And then I did pick up 2 50-cent books to go into some prize packs. So don't worry, guys. I didn't forget about you. Those of you who have a prize pack with me, I will be adding to somebody's prize pack the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. Right? This is pretty sure this is from this year. This is from March of 2026. So this is actually the most up-to-date Amazing Spider-Man Annual. And this is cover A. So somebody will be getting a very, very new Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. See, it's not all just schlop. I can one-up you on that ticket. I got a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt from a motorcycle cop. Now that is it. You're not wearing a seatbelt. You aren't wearing a seatbelt, sir. Accounting school. They took me to school. Have to take the grandson to their mom's car. Be right back. Not a problem. Have a good night, grandson. Enjoy the comics. Appreciate you, bro. Take my weddings and put it towards your speeding. Oh, man. All right. And then this was the other 50 cent. These books were 50 cents. So even though my comic shop doesn't have a 50 cent warehouse anymore, they do have a little section with, I think, about 4 or 6 comic boxes with 50 cent books in there. So today I just picked up 2 extra 50 cent books, an extra $1 onto my bill. But somebody's going to get this Foily Bloodshot number 1 from the 50 cent bin. So we got the Bloodshot number 1 and we got the Amazing Spider-Man number 1 Annual. So those will be going into boxes. I'm going to split them up. 1 in one, 1 in somebody else's box. Boom, 50 cents. I mean, there are a lot of airbags, but there are some cars that don't have airbags. People still drive cars without airbags, so they just cover their butts by saying, everybody must wear. Foily goodness, Bloodshot. Yes, Bloodshot number 1. So we'll be putting that in somebody's box. It's right up in the box. We're just sticking it right in their box. All right. Probably gonna look like one of these boxes, by the way. We're gonna stick it in one of these. I think I'm backlogged on these too. I got like 3 of these videos I haven't made. I'm also showing you my mail, but whatever. So, what does this say? March 20th. I wrote an appointment on a piece of mail. I'm gonna make that appointment. My dad never wore a seatbelt with me. Son, seatbelts are for losers. No. I can't, I don't think I grew up wearing my seatbelt, but, I grew up in a time when you sat in the back seat, if you weren't in a car seat, you were sitting with just a lap belt. And then I guess a lot of people went paralyzed just because of the lap belt was causing spinal injuries because it was like literally chopping people in half when it was a bad accident. So they now they have the full seat belts in the back seat, but was what it was, and it is what it is. So put these over here. I'm gonna give Ron a couple of minutes to get back before we sign out, but if he's not back in time, then we're just heading out. What are these? Oh, this is not the right box. These are some cool books. Here we go. This is the right box. In the meantime, we'll show some X-Men books. Seatbelts were optional back in my day. Don't forget that stupid bell that keeps ringing until you put your seatbelt on. So annoying. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. That oldest one is heavy, 85 pounds. Fireman carry. He's back. All right, well, I'm still going to show these books in my hand. Why? Because I can. What do we got? We got X-Men 184, both. I'm trying to collect both Direct and Newsy. What do we got? X-Men 188, Direct and Newsy. X-Men number 190, just a Direct. I got a couple of these over at in Heroes Con, and they were like 60. I was gonna say 40% off, but they were like 60% off. Like a lot of these were just like $4 or $2, and I was like, yes. But I had to wait till Sunday before I could get them. And last but not least, X-Men 192. Oh, and interesting, Spider-Man's new friend and half suit during the Joe Kelly run is actually the same race, right? It's Technoid or whatever. Bobby would know, or one of you guys would know. But yeah, same species. We could ride in the back of trucks too. Yeah, I mean, people still do that. I mean, don't get caught, but people still ride in the back of trucks. Is that elder abuse? I mean, in his late 60s carrying that much weight? You're carrying them, Ron. It's exercise, Ron. It's keeping you healthy. It's cool when you get both of them. Yeah, I like having and then like the next step would probably be to look for either Canadian price variants or the Mark Jewelers variants, and seeing if those new Stan and Reggie, Warlock's dad. That's Warlock's dad in that book. But what is the race? Yeah, and what are they called? Technoids or something like that? Whitman variants. Yeah, there's the Whitman variants too, right? With the diamond, I think. Or are those the ones with the diamond? Car insurance was not even required here. If you wanted it to protect your own vehicle, that was on you. Wow. Yeah, now you got to get both the phalanx. There we go. Joe too. Joe knows so much too. I always forget. Joe's been here like since day one, so I just bypassed Joe and I'm like, who else knows stuff? Are we spinning for that alien figure in the background? I'm game. Interesting story about that alien figure. I'm gonna get it. Hold on, but I'm also gonna turn off my camera. So, yeah. Boop. All right, here we are. There you go, Joe. All right, so you're like, his camera's off. How can he show off this thing? It's simple. I'll turn my camera back on. This alien camera was camera. This alien figure was actually given to me. This is metal and it's welded, and this is a recycled motorcycle. Parts of a recycled motorcycle. So there was an artist, forget his name, who welded this together. But if you look, like his arm here, that's a spark plug. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it 100%. Let's see. So that's a spark plug. These are bolts that were reshaped. See if that helps you to see it. I don't know. There it is. These are also some part of the bike, I don't know, and welding. Here's a chain. His spine is a chain. And his tail, that's also a chain. And his thighs are more spark plugs. This is a washer for the hip. So yeah, this is basically a deconstructed motorcycle, or deconstructed motorcycle parts to make the xenomorph. And you can see the feet are screws. To make a long story short, though, yeah, no, we're not spinning for that. So, wow, that is, yeah. It was when it was given to me, I was like, "You sure you just want to give this away?" And yeah, it looks heavy. It is. It's hefty. Like I'd be scared. Like if I dropped it on my computer, I'd be really scared for my computer, because not only that, it's got sharp edges. Also, if I just dropped it in my lap, I'd be really afraid for my lap as well. It's got really sharp edges. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. I would definitely put this over 10 pounds. I don't know exactly how much it weighs. Maybe we'll throw it on a scale one day and figure it out. But yeah, it's heavier than your average action figure, more than I would think. Even some statues. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Yes. We have an artist near me that takes old tools and parts and makes statues and figures. That's cool. See, that's cool stuff. And that's something I'm into. This was actually purchased at Union Square in New York, so I know that much. I know this was an artist in Union Square, and this is pretty dope. So I know whereabouts in New York it came from. If that artist is still around, I know where the origin was. No, just yes. Already said it goes to me once he passes. Joe, I can do that. We can make that happen. Don't kill me though. Guys, if my accident if my death is ruled not an accident, you know what happened. Wait, was that a spark plug as its arm? Yes, it was. And in the legs too. Spark plugs. I mean, that's a cool way to, reuse stuff that's pretty much on its way out. I would love to see the process of making that, though. Something like that is totally cool. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and spin this, and then I think we're gonna head out, guys. Is his nickname Sparky? It is now. Dagger just nicknamed my Xenomorph. He is Sparky. That's effing dope. I know, isn't it? I think it's cool. Huh. I don't know. That's a good question. If you ever see that artist, be like, hey, you ever been to New York? Because it would be really funny if it'd be really interesting Honestly, if it was the same artist. Are those your old spark plugs? No, they're not from my car. I should have saved those though. Whoop whoop. Sweet Sparky. All right, Sparky, you got a nickname. Pound it. Ah, he's so sharp. I shouldn't have pounded it. Damn it. All right. All right, guys, we're gonna spin this once I find the tab. I opened up so many tabs. Let's open up this tab. Boom. And all right, you guys ready? Let's spin it. Today during a 22 stream on Keep Comic Collect, there was an artist called Jock on a book, J-O-K, and we were talking about whether that was the same artist as Jock, who spells his name J-O-C-K, but probably not. Probably just somebody trying to make a name for themselves by using someone else's name. All right, good luck, everybody. You know, it's weird when I say like good luck, everybody. I'm not wishing everybody to win, right? So, you know, but comic addicts. Boom, shakalaka, boom goes the dynamite. Oh, I almost dropped my pen. All right. Cool. Dagger comes away with 2, and Comic Addicts comes away with a duck as well. He may be sharp, but luckily he's been defanged and his acid spinning great. Truth indeed. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. You know, obviously we got to do a little dancey dance, little shaky shake, do some stuff, but yeah. Ooh, baby, I like. Speaking of 1K giveaway, when you doing that slab giveaway? Let me tell you, Joe. We're giving it away in April, guys. So every week from now until April 1st, we will be doing extra drawings for you. How do you get that extra drawing? You know what you do? You go into this video when I'm done. You go into the comment section and you put in hashtag 1K giveaway. And I make my little notes over here and I say, hey, the 3-9 show, check MNRB. That stands for Monday Night Raw Bucks. Hashtag, the one I gave you tonight, 1K giveaway. And if you go ahead and put in hashtag giveaway, not in this comment section, but in the comment section when you rewatch it, because you know how great this show is. But you go ahead and put in hashtag 1K giveaway. You know, if you want to say hi, go ahead and put a hi. And if you put in that hashtag 1K giveaway, not here, not over there, but in the rewatch section, in the comment section there, put that there, and you'll get an extra entry into the slab giveaway. Now, what is the slab? I'm gonna probably on April 1st or whatever show off the slab, but some of you guys already know what the slab is, and thank you not for ruining the surprise. Now you might say, wait, how do they know? Well, because earlier this year, a couple weeks ago, right, I basically told everybody, if you go to this video, you can find out what the slab is, right? You can look at this video, and this video will tell you what slab I am giving away. So, yeah. All right. All right. I'll give you guys the link for those of you who don't remember or still interested. So there's the link. If you follow that link, you'll see what book I'm giving away. You get a duck. You get a duck. Reach under your seat. You all get a duck. Love you too, Bobby. Have a great night, everybody. Regulators, mount up. It was a clear black moon, a clear dark night. Warren G was on the streets, trying to consume. I'll get it right eventually. Nice setup, Joe. You're welcome. Joe's good, actually. I'm not high. You're high. I am rewatching to relive my 2 wins. Greatest moments of my life. Hashtag April Fools. Right? Y'all fools. All right, guys. Let's do a little dance. Get on the motorcycle. All right, guys. It's been fun. I wish my chair rolled a lot better. I wanted to wheel off the stage, but I got a rug underneath me. It don't want to roll. Hashtag April Fools. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. It's electrifying. You better shape up, cause I need a man. All right, that was bad. Sorry. You better shape up. Whoa, now. And I'm losing all control. Cause the power is electrified. There we go. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. So everybody have a great night. Tomorrow we'll be doing the preview of the new comic books for this week, this Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be doing New Comic Book Day Y. Aaron Psychotronics Quick Gun might be stopping by. I don't know. I think it's another week before he's in the mix, but we'll see. In the mix, trademarked by DJ Lynx. Sorry. Can't use that. It's like saying the Super Bowl. The big game. No, I'm kidding. And then this Thursday, I think I'm going to crack open one of these, and we're going to see what's in this comic. Mystery Mail Call, Comic Time 101, Mystery Mail Call. I've been debating whether I want to keep buying them or not, right? It's about $35 a month on these books. The books inside are fine, and I could literally probably flip it as soon as it comes out and get the same money back, and it's content. But I've been buying that for about 3-4 now, and maybe it's time to try spend my money somewhere else. Who knows? But we'll crack this open and we'll see. Because I get surprised every once in a while. I'm like, all right, you've got me hooked for another week. But yeah, everybody have a great night. I will see you at least next Monday, I hope, right here. If you don't even watch another single drop of my content, I don't care. As long as you guys come through to hang out with me on Monday nights, because it's a great start to the rest of my week, and it keeps me energized until next Monday. Sometimes I only last till Saturday, but then I need that Monday to rile me back up. All right, guys. So peace, deuces, we're out. Chink, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next Monday night. And that's it. Love you guys. Peace, deuces, we're out. Yes, sir. Best night of the week. Right here. Monday nights. Monday Night Robux. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.